your English podcast.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to your English podcast, the ideal spot to gradually improve your English with each episode. I'm Alex.
And I'm Nina.
And today, we're doing something a bit different. We're going to really dive deep,
Yeah, not just skimming the surface. We're looking at those everyday English phrases, the ones you hear constantly.
Exactly. Think of it like getting the keys to sounding more natural, more like someone who actually uses English day to day.
Right. Even if maybe you haven't spent years abroad, it's about unlocking that fluency.
Our mission, if you will, is to take these phrases you probably recognize.
Oh, definitely. Things like, how's it going? Or grab a bite.
Right, those ones. And we want to get under the skin of them. Why do we say them? When?
And maybe what happens if you get them slightly wrong? Because that can happen too. It's all part of learning.
It really is.
Yeah.
Because, let's face it, knowing the dictionary definition is one thing, but actually using the phrase in a real conversation, that's the tricky part.
It's like having, I don't know, fancy cooking ingredients, but no recipe. You need to know how to put them together.
We want to give you the recipe today, the techniques, maybe some insider tips for that perfect conversational flavor.
Exactly. Make it taste right, sound right.
So we're putting the grammar books aside for a little bit.
Okay.
We'll look at greetings, how to sound friendly, not formal, ways to talk about your mood that aren't just happy or sad.
How to say what you're doing without it sounding like a formal report.
Yeah. And crucially, how to end a chat gracefully, without just vanishing.
The art of the exit. Very important.
We'll even touch on stuff for socializing, maybe a little bit for travel too.
Yeah.
All about building that confidence.
Confidence is key. Feeling comfortable enough just to say these things without overthinking every single word.
Okay, ready to jump in.
Let's do it.
First up, the absolute bedrock of chit-chat. Greetings. We all know hello, but what comes next?
Well, the big two are probably how are you? And it's slightly more casual, buddy. How's it going?
Right. And on the surface, they seem simple enough. Someone says it, you reply.
Yeah, the automatic response often kicks in, doesn't it? Fine, thanks, and you? Or, good, how about you?
It's almost like a script we all know. But there's more to it, isn't there? Think about who you're talking to.
Oh, absolutely. Your boss versus your best mate. Very different vibe, different expectations.
Exactly. So, how are you? Works pretty much anywhere, family, friends, colleagues.
It's versatile.
But what people expect back can vary. Sometimes it's genuine curiosity.
And sometimes it's just like conversational oil, keeping the wheels turning.
Totally. Like passing someone in the corridor at work. Morning, how are you?
They're probably not bracing themselves for a 10-minute health update.
Slight laugh, no. A quick, good, thanks you, is usually perfect.
But if it's a close friend who asks, maybe they actually do want to know if you're okay. So the answer might be a bit longer, a bit more real.
And then you've got the really informal ones. What's up? How's it hanging?
Yeah, those are definitely for your circle, people you're relaxed with.
Can you imagine saying, hey, how's it hanging to the CEO in a board meeting?
Slight laugh. Probably not the best move for your career prospects, no. Context is everything.
And it's not just the words, is it? It's how you say them. The tone.
Oh, huge difference. You can say, how are you? Flatly, like you're reading a shopping list.
Or you can say it with warmth, like you actually mean it.
Think about someone rushing past versus someone stopping, making eye contact. The intonation tells you so much.
That little lift at the end usually means they're genuinely asking.
Try it now if you're listening. Say, how are you? Really fast and monotone.
Now try it slower, maybe with a slight smile on your voice. Hear that?
Big difference, right? And maybe try how's it going, too, just to feel that slightly more relaxed rhythm.
Good practice. Okay, so we've said hello.
Mhm.
What if someone asks what you're actually doing?
Ah, yes. You don't always need to give a full itinerary, do you?
Definitely not. Sometimes you're just existing.
Exactly. And that's where lovely phrases like, I'm just chilling or I'm just relaxing come in.
They're great, aren't they? They signal downtime. No big plans, no urgent
It's
tasks.
just taking it easy. It's very relatable.
Picture this. It's Monday. Colleague asks, what did you do this weekend?
Instead of a list, you could say, oh, nothing much. I was just chilling at home, watched a movie.
Paints a nice picture. Peaceful.
And they're definitely informal, perfect for chats with friends, family.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't tell a potential employer you spent the weekend just chilling, unless maybe the job involves testing hammocks.
Knuckles. If only. But yeah, keep the chillin' for your casual chats.
Here's a little tip. Next time you're genuinely just unwinding, try using one. What are you up to? Oh, just relaxing. See how natural it feels?
Good one. Okay, shifting gears. What about food? Specifically, quick food.
Ooh, my favorite topic. Are we talking about grab a bite?
We are indeed. Grab a bite. It sounds so much less formal than, say, shall we procure some luncheon?
Chuckles just a bit. Grab a bite implies quick, easy, informal.
Exactly. It could be an invitation. Do you want to grab a bite after work?
Or just a statement. I'm starving and to grab a bite quickly.
Perfect example. Let's grab a bite at that cafe downstairs. Suggests convenience, speed.
Now, is it different from have a snack?
Generally, yeah. Grab a bite usually means something more like a light meal. A sandwich, soup, maybe a slice of pizza, something to properly tide you over.
Whereas have a snack might just be like an apple or a few biscuits.
Exactly. Snack is smaller, often between meals. Grab a bite is more of a quick meal replacement.
So it's ideal for work, lunch breaks when you're short on time, or meeting a friend quickly.
Practical tip. Try suggesting it this week. Instead of let's get lunch, maybe try, hey, want to grab a bite? Notice the difference in feel.
I like that. Okay, from starting meals to ending things. How do we signal it's time to finish?
Ah, the graceful conclusion. This is where let's wrap it up is your friend.
Such a useful phrase, very common in meetings.
Super common. Let's wrap it up means let's finish this task, this discussion, this activity. It signals the end is near.
You might hear a manager say, okay, we're running out of time. Let's wrap it up for today.
It's clear, it's polite, it's efficient.
Are there alternatives?
Sure, you could say, okay, I think we're about done here. Or maybe, shall we start wrapping things up? A bit softer, perhaps?
But they all do the same job, bringing things to a close without just stopping dead.
Right. You hear them in meetings, classes, study sessions, even just brainstorming with friends.
Little tip then.
Yeah.
Maybe try using it casually. If you're chatting with friends and need to leave, instead of just saying bye,
Yeah.
you could try. All right, guys, I should probably wrap things up soon.
Nice one. It softens the exit.
Okay, next up, something we probably all need more of.
Let me guess. Take a break.
You got it. Simple words, profound impact.
Absolutely. Take a break means stop what you're doing, working, studying, whatever, and rest, especially when you feel tired or overwhelmed.
That moment when your brain feels fuzzy and you think, right, I really need to take a break. We've all been there.
We have. And it's not just something you tell yourself. You can suggest it to others, too.
Oh, yeah. Like how?
If you see a colleague looking stressed, you could say, hey, you look like you could use 5 minutes. Why don't you take a break?
That's thoughtful. It acknowledges that breaks are important, necessary even.
And they really are. For energy, for focus, for just not burning out. Stepping away helps you come back fresher.
So a practical tip for everyone listening. Actually schedule short breaks. Put them in your calendar if you have to. Even 5 minutes away from the screen helps.
Definitely. Okay, moving on. Keeping connections alive. How do we express that?
With that hopeful little phrase, stay in touch.
Exactly. Stay in touch. It signals a desire to maintain contact, to not let the connection fade.
It's a warm way to end a conversation, isn't it? Leaves the door open.
Very much so. After a good chat with someone new, you might say, "It was great talking to you. Let's stay in touch."
Or when a friend is moving away, we'll miss you. Definitely
Right.
stay in touch. Okay.
And it's flexible. It works after business meetings, networking events, catching up with old friends.
It adds that positive note, that intention for future communication.
Application tip. Next time you part ways with someone you genuinely connected with, try adding, "Let's stay in touch." See how it lands.
Good idea. Now, life isn't always relaxed. Sometimes you're late.
Ah, yes, the frantic dash. That's when you need, "I'm in a hurry," or "I'm rushing."
There are polite ways to explain why you can't stop and chat for ages, right?
Precisely. You bump into someone, they start talking, but you have a train to catch.
You can say, oh, hi. Sorry, I can't talk long. I'm actually in a real hurry.
Or, "So sorry, I'm rushing to a meeting. Can we catch up later?"
The key is adding that apology or explanation. Just saying, I'm in a hurry and running off can seem a bit.
Abrupt. Rude. Yeah. Adding "sorry" or "talk later" makes a big difference.
And again, tone matters. You want to sound hurried, maybe slightly stressed, but not annoyed at them.
Right. Convey urgency politely. Practicing "so sorry, really rushing. Let's talk soon." Keep it friendly but brief.
Okay. What about planning for the unexpected? That little bit of caution.
That leads us nicely to "just in case," the anthem of the prepared.
Knuckles. Or the slightly anxious. Just in case. It means doing something as a precaution.
Yeah, preparing for a possibility, even if it's not very likely. Covering your bases.
The classic example is the umbrella, isn't it? I'll take an umbrella just in case it rains.
Perfect. Or, "I'll write down the address just in case my phone battery dies."
It shows foresight, a bit of sensible planning.
It's super common in everyday life. Think about it. You probably do lots of things just in case without even realizing you're using that logic. This phrase just puts it into words.
Very true. Okay, let's shift to something more about determination. Sticking with things.
Ah, perseverance. That's where you get phrases like "see it through" or "finish what you started."
Right, they're about commitment, not giving up when things get difficult.
You might encourage a friend working on a tough project. "I know it's hard, but you've come so far, you need to see it through."
It really emphasizes completion, reaching the goal despite the hurdles.
And it applies to big things like studying for an exam, but also small things.
Like finally finishing that book you started ages ago.
Exactly. Or clearing out that closet. Seeing even small tasks through builds that habit of finishing what you start. It's a valuable quality.
Think about a time you really had to push yourself to finish something. That feeling, that seeing it through.
Definitely. Now let's talk about emotions. Sometimes things get a bit heated or overwhelming.
We need ways to manage that or help others manage it, like calm down and settle down.
Yes, but they're slightly different, aren't they?
How so?
Well, calm down is usually for a specific moment of agitation. Someone's angry, upset, maybe panicking.
So you'd say, hey, take a breath, calm down. It's okay, to reassure them right now.
Exactly. It's about lowering that immediate emotional intensity.
What about settle down then?
Settle down often has a longer-term feel. It can mean becoming calmer, yes, like telling noisy children to settle down, but it also often means adopting a more stable, less chaotic lifestyle.
Like someone saying, I've traveled the world, but now I'm ready to settle down and buy a house.
Precisely. It implies finding stability, putting down roots, maybe starting a family, a shift to a quieter phase of life.
So one's for immediate emotional states, the other often for life phases, or becoming less boisterous.
What's a good way to put it? Knowing the difference helps you use them correctly.
Okay, nearly there.
Yeah.
Let's finish with a couple of really common, really casual social phrases.
The fun ones, like hang out.
Yes, hang out. What does it really mean? It's so simple, yet so versatile.
It just means spending time together informally, relaxing, chatting, doing something low-key with friends, no major agenda.
You might text someone, hey, free this weekend, want to hang out?
And they might reply, yeah, sounds good. Let's hang out at the park if the weather's nice.
It's all about casual companionship. Very relaxed vibe.
Definitely. And then for the end of that hangout session,
You need to leave. Time to hit the road.
that's the one. Hit the road is an informal way to say it's time to depart, to start your journey home or to the next place.
So after hanging out for a few hours, someone might look at their watch and say,
Whoa, look at the time. I should probably hit the road.
it's friendly, much softer than just, I'm leaving now.
Absolutely. So, hang out for getting together casually, hit the road for leaving casually.
Both essential for smooth, natural-sounding social interactions in English. They just make you sound more comfortable.
Mm-hmm. And that's really the goal, isn't it? Using these phrases makes your English feel more alive, more real.
So maybe it's time for us to think about wrapping up our hangout today.
Good transition.
All right. So today we've really tried to unpack quite a few of these everyday English phrases.
We went beyond just the definitions, looking at the context, the feeling behind them.
From simple greetings like how's it going,
Mm-hmm.
to ways to talk about relaxing like just chilling.
To organizing quick meals with grab a bite, ending meetings with let's wrap it up,
Remembering to take a break, keeping connections with stay in touch,
explaining you're busy with I'm in a hurry, being prepared with just in case,
showing determination with see it through, managing emotions with calm down or settle down.
and those social staples, hang out and hit the road. Quite a list.
It is. But hopefully exploring them like this helps you feel more empowered to actually use them.
Yeah, we really hope these examples and little tips make it easier for you to weave these into your own speaking. Make them your own.
The best thing you can do now is practice. Listen out for these phrases when you watch things in English.
And more importantly, try saying them. Even if it feels a bit strange at first, use them in texts, in emails, in actual conversations if you can.
Let us know how you get on. Drop a comment. Tell us which phrase you tried, or you have another phrase you're curious about. We love hearing from you.
We really do. And if you found this deep dive useful, you know what to do. Subscribe, maybe give us a like. It helps other learners find us.
Thank you so much for joining us today. We genuinely wish you all the best with your English learning. Keep going. And we'll see you next time for another deep dive.
Take care, practice lots, and remember every single phrase you learn and use gets you one step closer to sounding fantastic. Bye for now.